Hello and welcome to Founding Core Plays Factorio Seablock version. So we're going to jump right into this real. So we're just going to leave it as default, no marathon. Cliffs, we could scale back the frequency and all that. It doesn't matter. None of this really matters because it's all the same. So we're just going to jump right into it. So if you're not familiar with Seablock, basically you're stuck on an island and you start from basically nothing and build a factory like you would in normal Factorio. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff down here on my hotbar. Stone pipes. Pipe to ground. Definitely have to have landfill in it. So generally what I start off with is I look at my map. I like to see where a lot of the free land is, which as you can see is mostly to the south. There's some up north and a little bit to the east and one to the west. So we're just going to start building south. In a future episode, I will be importing my books. But for right now, doesn't really matter. Let's see. We'll just have all the power over this way. Because we can go ahead and use this free land to put our power down. Oop. My bad. There we go. Put another power line down. With my stream or my with me playing this, why is it doing that? No. I have to have symmetry. Anyway, like I was saying with me, I'm going to show you like everything of me, how I play it. So if you're expecting someone to edit, I'm just not going to do that. And I'm pretty sure there's people out there that don't really care to want to see all this. all the grinding, as some people would put it. But I would only do what I'd like to watch. And I don't mind watching someone grind. But anyway, I've been playing this for a long time. Never have gotten the chance really to be committed at uploading videos constantly. There. Good enough. It looks decent enough. Alright, now time to put down the capacitors. So I like to say thank you for those that are watching this and want to see more. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe button. And if you don't, that's okay too. There, all done. Alright, there's our power. Now let's get started on building the rest of the factory. Alright, here we go. So the first thing you're going to want, as you can see, is we got to produce crushed stereotype. Now, crushed stereotype, you're going to need an electrolyzer, a liquefier, 2 flare sacks. You're going to need a burner or crusher, a crystallizer, let's see, that should be it for, oh, and a offshore pump. So while that's happening, alright, so right now it doesn't have to be perfect, but eventually I will plan out everything that I want to, how I want to build it. Alright, so we got power. Alright, put 1 flare sack there. 1 flare sack there. Let me adjust the sounds on the game effects. Still sounds pretty loud. There we go. Still sounds kind of loud, but it'll be okay. Well, right now we're wanting stereotype. We will need both. Let's go ahead and build another. And then the next thing we're going to take our electrolyzer, make mineralized water. I thought I built it. Yeah, there it is. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright. Just getting scared there for a minute. Alright. There we go. Bring the power right here. Oh, that's right. Crushed stone. No, I don't want to use my wood. Oh, even though I just said not to. There we go. So, under here, we're going to make some cellulose fiber. Now, generally, you would just normally make the forge for cellulose fiber if you hadn't done what I done, which is come over here to these island that was for free and had these trees that you see up here on it, which is what gave me wood. So we're just going to use that. So that we can make wood pellets. So while that's producing, now we're going to take our crystallizer and connect it straight to our electrolyzer. Alright. Time to make some of these wood pellets. Every 12 cellulose fiber gives us 2 of those. So they're really good, which is about 16 megajoules, and that'll run us for a little bit until we start producing our own. Nope, not a blueprint. There we go. Alright, there we go. So we'll put 5 in there. And then we'll just put a couple in there. And every 100 it'll give us, or every 200 to give us possibly some of that, which we need. Oh, there's some stereotype and some sapphirite. And there we go. Now we've got that research done. Now we can make algae farms and green algae, which, trust me, in the beginning, making green algae this way, in my opinion, is like the best. So now we're going to research being able to make circuit boards and copper cable. Alright, so just go ahead and get a couple of these algae farms built because you're going to need them. Water runs about right there. So we'll go over here. Eventually, I'm going to build a bus. I'll end up planning this stuff out pretty early. And always keep in mind to plan ahead for these things, especially your power, because eventually you'll get better ways to make fuel. And in those ways, you're going to constantly move your power generation to other places. So, for example, let's say this is where I have my power generated. Eventually, you're going to unlock new technology that gives you better ways of fuel. For example, like right now, we have wood pellets. Eventually, after that, we're going to get charcoal. And then we'll also get charcoal pellets, I want to say. We can find it right here. It's going to be under here. Yeah, charcoal pellets. So it'll be charcoal, then carbon, then charcoal pellets. And so eventually you'll take your whole factor or your power producing, your generators, and your boilers, and you'll just end up moving them further down or up, whichever way you have your bus running. So, there we go. Making brown algae. Alright, now it wants us to be able to produce a circuit board. Alright, that's pretty easy because all it takes is cellulose fiber and alginic acid. The alginic acid comes from the brown algae. So we'll be turning our cellulose fiber into, or our green algae into cellulose fiber, and then our brown algae into alginic acid. Now this you'll end up stocking up a lot of, because you're not going to be producing a whole lot of circuit boards in the beginning, because as you can see, we don't have a large production. Let me turn the sound down, because that's killing me. Because you're not having large production of different metals. You're not having iron, copper, steel, etc. being ran right now. So you're just going to pile up that brown algae. But don't worry about that too much, because eventually you'll get to where you're not having enough brown algae. So it's funny how that works. But we really want to get to automation. So we really want to make basic circuit boards really bad. So let's get going on that. So let's go, we'll just do one of these, just so we can get the get the circuit board going. Gonna build one of these. Stone furnaces, it's nice that they offer that, but now, since in this mod, which is the Bob's mod, when Bob's mod added the stone recipe furnace, it made basically stone furnaces obsolete. There's no point making them in the beginning anymore. So it's best just to make these. Because for one, it also keeps you from having to need filter inserters. Let me build one more of those. There it is. Okay, so that's got 4. Let me take 2 of those. There we go. Alright, there we go. So let's get more of those being built. Or being made, produced. Alright. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're just going to keep this process going consistently. Ignore my squeaky chair if you're here. Alright, now we can make a circuit board. There we go. Woo! Alright, let's get to automation. Now we need to be able to build a laboratory. Alrighty. Trying to remember where they're at. Oh, I can't build one yet. What is it that I need to do? Laboratory. There it is. I don't know why I think I couldn't build it. There it is right there. It's pretty basic. And there we go. Now, we're going to have to go through basic automation, then to automation. Which only takes 5 science packs, and each science pack only takes 15 seconds. So that's just for that. Then we're going to need 10 more for regular automation. So we need to make 15 of those. Okay, so we do have inserters. So let's get a couple of those inserters. I will need those. We're still going to need more copper plates. But the reason why I want those inserters, if you guessed it already, is so we can go ahead and start automating some of this stuff. So let's just go ahead and cut the power. Alright. So this is going to connect into a crystallizer. If you hold shift and left click, it'll create a ghost image. Which then these will create the 2 ores that creates iron and copper. But we want the stone that's in this to go inside there. Now we can run belts and do all that. Or we can make it simple. By doing it like this. You know what? We'll put crystallizers down there because we will need them a lot. Oop, oop, oop. Too far. I'd say about right there. This will be that. This will be that. That'll run there. Alright, now you're probably thinking, oh no, how is he going to put this furnaces over here? We can just move all this. I mean, obviously you're not really thinking it like that, but, you know, I'm just being facetious. Alright, so we'll just stick down there, down there. It doesn't matter. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Because of these. I don't know what I'm thinking. Now, one thing you do have to keep in mind is you do have to have boxes for these. Because it will not operate if there's no boxes. Which, it's nothing. I mean, wood's pretty easy to get. So, let me make sure I put enough. Yeah, there's plenty in there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's that. Alrighty. I'll put some lights so everybody can see what's going on. Alright, so let's set back up our algae farms. Because I want them to be being automated to be turned into cellulose fiber as soon as possible. I don't know why I was going to connect it up here and here. I don't know what I'm thinking. There we go. Keep that rolling. Now, we need to get enough science packs. So let's get another one of those. Just so we can get science moving faster once we do build the science packs. I always find this funny. They have pictures of the science packs right here. So you would think the science packs would be underneath there, but it's not. It's always underneath intermediate products. But here we are. Alright, so now we're producing automation packs. Now, gotta keep in mind of our power. So right now we're producing, on an average, probably about 550 to 600 kilowatts, which the most we can produce is 2.3. So we're fine right now. We're good. We're not underneath our power. But you also have to keep in mind at nighttime. So what I'm getting at is I want to add more electrolyzers. But you have to be careful about that because you can drain your power real quick. So that's why I bring that up. Alright, there's that. Now we got both of these running. Still waiting on one more. Why is that not... Oh, because I have it backwards. That would be why. Durr. There we go. Once I add more electrolyzers and we get more slag going, we'll be boogieing through science. So we'll just make all those. We only need one more for basic automation. And then we just need a total of 4 more after this for actual automation. There we go. Alright, now we're moving along. Alright. I'm going to shut this down. Okay, so we need belts. Crap. There we go. Alright. You know what? I'll just have to do it like this. So, we will set up I shouldn't have used so much, but it's okay. I'll end up having a bunch of landfill going. Oh, I will need that. Well, not really. 1, 2, 3. These are all going to be the same. So if you click on this, shift left click, and you hit right click, it'll, over all the other electrolyzers, it'll turn it to that recipe that you're wanting. There we go. Alright, there's that. Now all those have water. Make sure I put some more lights down so that everybody can see what I'm doing. Sorry for not talking much. Just sitting here thinking about how I want to do this. There we go. I'm not worried too much about landfill because I'll end up producing a lot of it. There we go. Now, so you know, each inserter can only take one item at a time. Actually, I will go back to this. So now this will speed the process up a little faster. And we are needing 4, 5. That's 8. So we need 2 more after this. Mostly what we're needing is copper. Alright, so there's those. That's another 5. I don't remember how many we did. I want to say we've done 4 already. So that would be 9, so we need 1 more. Alright, we have plenty of green algae. Oh. Now, we could use these burner assembling machines, which I think are on us. We craft an item. Our crafting speed is like 1. So this is, I mean, it's good if you need something, but it's pointless. And see, these don't upgrade to other things. So once you build it, it's a one and done. So it's not worth spending your resources on these. These can be good. The steam powered can be good if you're supplying those with, like, they all have their own fuel source for them. And that's it. Because you'll be needing a lot of steam. And if you notice, it says a crafting speed of 2, but you have to expect it to operate at 20% on steam from your first boiler. 20% is 80 kilowatts for a 0.4 crafting speed. So, personally, it's not worth it. That means you need more boilers or better boilers to make it faster. And it's just not worth it. So, we should be almost there. Yeah. It looks like we're almost there. Put some lights over here. We have lights right here. Put one right here. We're okay over there. Do I have any extra fuel I can just put over there? Yeah, we'll put one in there. Alright. Now, we're almost there, and we can do automation. And we're there. So the next thing I suggest researching would be basic logistics. So you can get underground belts and splitters. That's my suggestion. Alright, so now we got automation. So now, we're going to end things right here. In the next video, we'll build assembling machines. We'll get all this automated. Real quick, I just slap another assembling machine there. Eventually, we'll get this unclogged. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe again. Leave a comment. Every bit helps. Alright. Have a good one.